Hello, second graders. Welcome to a new math lesson. We are in topic 2, lesson 3. In the previous two lessons, we learned and talked about even and odd, and we learned how to find out if this number is even or odd. Today, we're going to do something different. We're going to learn something about arrays. Array is how to add by using a repeated addition. So let's see what we have here. As you see circles, I see rows, and I see columns.
Show and explain two different ways to find how many circles in all.
So I can count by rows or add by rows. So I have row number 1 that I will color it. Or I will, let's color it red. So that's row number 1. And then we have row number 2. I will color it green. And then we have row number 3. Color it purple. So I have 1 row, 2 row, 3 rows, right? How many in each row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5 circles in each row. That means I will be repeating my add-ins. 5, that's the first row, plus second row, also 5, and then the third row, also 5. What if I wanted to add them by columns? So this is column. So this will be column number 1. And this is second column. This is the third. This is the fourth. And this is the fifth. If I want to add the rows first, 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals 15, right? 5 plus 5 equals 10, 10 plus 5 equals 15. If I want to repeat the addition by column, I can do that. I can say 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, and my answer should be the same. So array is, as you see, a graph that has equal parts of rows and columns. So equal parts of rows, we have 3. And in each row, I have the same number of circles. And if I look by columns, I have 5 columns, and in each column, I have 3 circles. Okay.
You can model repeated addition to find the total with an array. Arrays have equal rows. In an array, each row has the same number of objects. How many strawberries are in each row of this array?
Select your answer.
We have 3.
Each row has 3 strawberries. Arrays have equal columns. In an array, each column has the same number of objects. How many strawberries are in each column of this array?
Select your answer.
Very well, 2.
Each column has 2 strawberries. You can use repeated addition to write 2 equations that match the array.
With repeated addition, you add the same number again and again.
2 rows have 3 strawberries each. You can add the berries in each row to find the total number of berries in the array. You can count by rows. The equation that you write is 3 plus 3 equals 6. 3 columns have 2 strawberries each. You can add the berries in each column to find the total number of berries in the array. Or you can count by columns. The equation that you write is 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 6. What is the same in these two equations?
The sum, the total.
The two equations have the same sum. There are 6 strawberries in the array. Now you know how to use an array to find the total.
Okay, so we learned that we can repeat addition to find the answer. And you know, with arrays, we always have equal rows, and each row will have the same object, and also have the equal numbers of columns. All right, do you think this group an array?
Show me. Is this group an array? Explain.
Well, I know this is not array because we agreed that for array, it should have equal rows and equal columns. As I can see, one of the row is shorter or missing or less than the other. So this is not an array. All right, let's do this together. Write 2 equations that match each array. 4 and 4. First row and second row. Each row have the same number of objects, and each row get 4 apples. So 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 4. All right, another way of writing this equation by column. So I look at the column. This is column number 1. This is the first column. This is the second. This is the third. And this is the fourth. Each column have 2 objects or 2 numbers or 2 apples. So 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. So repeated addition, that's easy, no problem. Let's go for number 3. By rows, 1, 2, 3. So in each row, I have 3 apples. So 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 9. If I'm gonna count by columns, I have again 3 columns. 1, 2, 3. So 3 plus 3 plus 3. As you see, my answer or my sum are the same. Also here for the apples, by row, I only have 2 rows. So 4 plus 4, and by columns, I have 4 columns, and each column have 2. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, but in both ways, I get the same sum or the same answer, same result. Okay. Now, this is your turn. Independent practice. Write 2 equations that match each array. So you're going to see by rows. So you see the row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. So that's mean 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. And then by columns, that's a column. 1, 2, 3. How many in each column? And then you're going to put it down. All right. Okay, second graders. That's new lesson. Now we learned that array has equal rows and equal columns, and each columns and in each row has same object. And we know that we can count in 2 different ways, by adding rows or that column. All right, so I will leave you to finish page 71 and 72. Thank you. Hello, second graders. Welcome to a new math lesson. We are still on topic 2, lesson 4. Make arrays to find totals. We learned in the previous lesson that arrays, it's a repeated addition. You can repeat the addition over and over to get your sum. We also learned that arrays has equal rows and equal column, and each rows or column, they have the same number of objects. And if we repeat the addition or we add them, we will be getting the same sum. If we put them by rows and add them by rows, or if we add them by columns. Let's see what we have here.
Rusty places his toy trucks in 4 columns. He places 3 trucks in each column. How many trucks does Rusty have in all? Show how you know with counters and an equation.
So over here, I know that Rusty places his toys trucks in 4 columns. That means I have 4 columns. And he places 3 trucks in each column. So now I know that 4 columns, and each column has 3 trucks. So I'm going to use counters. I need 4 columns, and in each column, I will put 3 counters or 3 trucks representing the trucks. So 1, 2, 3, that's column number 1. 1, 2, 3, that's the second column. 1, 2, 3, that's my third column. And then the fourth column, 1, 2, 3. So this is an array because I have the exact number of columns and the exact number of rows, and I know that each row have the same, or each columns also, each row have the same number of counters or object, and each column have the same numbers of objects. So if I want to add these using the 2 strategy, either by rows or by counters, super easy. I will count how many row, that's mean that's 1 set, that's 2 sets, that's 3 sets, and how many counters in each, that's the object. So I have 3 sets, that's mean 3 times I'm going to do the addition because I'm using rows, and in each row I have 4, that's mean 4 plus 4 plus 4. So let's do that. 4 plus 4 plus 4. Why 3 times? Because I have 3 rows. And why 4? Because each row have 4 objects. So 4 plus 4 plus 4. Repeated addition, same number. My response or my sum, my total, 12. All right, so I did my first equation using or counting by rows. Now I want to do using columns. So how many columns I have? I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's mean I have to do 4 sets or 4 time adding. But how many object I'm adding? 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to add 3 4 times because I have 4 columns. So I'm going to say 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. So now I have 3 and 3, 6. 3 and 3, 6. I know my doubles. 6 plus 6 equals 12. As you see, if I add my object by columns or I add my object by rows, my sum, my total remain the same. So how many trucks he has? Rusty has 12 trucks. Okay, let's go and watch our video.
Jackson's garden has 2 rows with 4 carrots in each row. How many carrots are in his garden? You can make an array to show the problem. How do you know this is an array?
We have the same numbers of columns, has the same object, and by row, also the same object.
This is an array since there are equal rows and equal columns. There are 2 rows in the array because there are 2 rows of carrots in Jackson's garden. There are 4 columns in the array because there are 4 carrots in each row of Jackson's garden. Use repeated addition to find out how many carrots are in Jackson's garden.
Repeated addition means adding the same number over and over.
You can add the number of carrots in each row. What equation shows the total based on how many carrots are in each row?
Select your answer.
I have 2 rows. That means I'm going to have 2 sets of addition. I'm going to repeat my addition twice. And in each one or each group, I have 4. So 4 plus 4.
The equation 4 plus 4 equals 8 shows the total based on the number in each row of the array. The addend is 4 because that is the number of carrots in each row of the garden. You add 4 plus 4 because there are 2 rows with 4 carrots in each row in the garden. It is repeated addition because you are adding the same number, 4. You can also add the number of carrots in each column. What equation shows the total based on how many carrots are in each column?
2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. 4 columns, and in each column has 2 objects.
The equation 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 8 shows the total based on the number in each column of the array. You can use repeated addition to find the total in an array based on either rows or columns. Both equations have the same sum. How many carrots does Jackson have in all?
Very good. 8.
Jackson has 8 carrots in all.
Okay, so let's see. All right. If you have 2 rows with different amounts in each row, do you have an array? Explain. Remember, we said one of the most important rules that this is an array, that the rows are equal and not one more or one less. So if it's the rows are not equal or the columns are not equal, so this is not an array. All right, let's see what we have here. Draw an array to show each problem. Use repeated addition to solve. Monica puts cans of peas in 2 rows. Here's the can of peas. 1 row, 2 row, with 3 cans in each. So how many cans of peas does she have in all? I know that she has 2 rows, so that means I'm going to do my addition or repeat it twice because it's 2 rows. And I know that each row have 3 cans. That means 3 plus 3. So 3 plus 3 equals 6. So Monica has 6 cans of peas. All right, let's see. Next one. Dominique is organizing her stickers in columns. He has 4 columns with 4 stickers in each. How many stickers does he have in all? So he has 4 columns, and each column have 4 stickers. So 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. Let's write this down. We have 4 stickers, and in 4 columns, that means 4 times I'm gonna repeat my addition. 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. If I add these two 4, 8, and then I have the other two 4, 8. I know that 8 and 8, 8 plus 8, double 8, 16. So I know now that there is 16 sticker with Dominique. Okay. So next exercise, your turn, page 75 and 76. All right, it's easy. We've been covering this lesson and the previous lesson. We know that arrays have equal rows and equal columns, and we know that repeated addition is when you repeat the same number till you get the numbers of columns or numbers of rows. All right, that's it for today's lesson. Thank you, second grade. Bye.